Up next, we're going to be talking about my team, the Carlton Blues. And this was meant to be the year they were in the flag window. They find themselves sitting 12th, 4 wins and 7. A season that was meant to be the season. It feels like a regression. They have beaten up battlers, but they have crumbled against contenders and themselves had a blip against Richmond. The question now remains is what have the Blues been building and what the hell is the foundation? Let's break it down, try and get into the soul of this underwhelming 2025 season. And then we can see Carlton, the 12th best scoring side this season with the 7th best defence. They seem to have controlled the scoreboard against, but this is partly the problem. A very defensive side. The number 1 contested side in the comp and the 5th best clearance differential. You expect this from the Blues with their midfield makeup. Inside 50 differential, 3rd. Inside 50's 4th, 3rd. But this is when it takes a dark turn. 18th for shots per inside 50. 18th from scoring efficiency. 14th, 19.7%. Marks inside 50 when you've got the 2 best key forwards as they are billed. This is appalling. The 11th best turnover differential, the 2nd most tackles inside 50, the 4th most intercepts, the 4th most time in there. But again, we look at this, Carlton are one of the most kick-heavy sides. 4th most kicking and 11th for uncontested. The Blues struggle. They can get the ball into the territory. They struggle to hold it in there. And the Blues just don't damage teams. And they rely on kicking when that is not their skill set. So the ball moves long, it moves slowly. And if the pressure's not there, they are sitting ducks on turnover defence. And we saw that recently with GWS, who scored 83 points on turnover. If we look in the last 5 games, it is stalling out. And the cracks that were there now are massive crevices. They are the 15th most effective scoring side for 73 points. 14th points against. That defence is starting to succumb. Then you look, contested possession, it's still very strong 3rd. But the clearance in the inside 50 game, it's starting to get less. It's inefficient. The turnover differential, the 6th best side in the comp. Time forward, 12th. Stoppage scores, turnover scores, mid-table, 12th and 13th. Defensive half scores, 13th. Forward half scores 12 and scores per inside 50. It's showing that the Blues are flooding back. The dare has gone and the Blues no longer have the guile to handball and run and stun through the corridor. They're allergic to it. They're playing safe. They're trying to save themselves defensively by committing men back, which is then meaning that they're kicking longer, shallower, inside 50 and really inviting the pressure. And the Blues simply aren't backing up their defence by scoring enough goals. And scoreboard pressure is king. Carlton have gone into their shells. And at the minute, Voss is obsessed with control. He's now losing that control. It's killing them. They avoid corridor kicks unless they're 100% certain. They play wide, slow and long. And the result is a forward line that is forced to compete with contest and no separation because the ball is moved. It's safe boundary kicks under no pressure that then form more pressure from being into contest. It's long bombs down the line, Kerno to Mackay. Small forwards who stand still in a midfield that is flat-footed, that is prioritising defence over it. They are the worst disposal efficiency side. One of the worst sides with efficiency inside 50. The forward half ground ball gets don't mirror up. The change to score ratio is almost non-existent. It means the ball movement is never quick enough, never fluid enough, and easy to defend against and not pulling teams out of the zone. Positives, George Hewett has been Mr. Reliable. He is ever present, applying the pressure and the backbone. But in recent weeks, Cripps has come to help him, so now they've got 2 defensive side midfielders. A big surprise packet is the wonderful form of Jack Silvani, finally freeing up Jacob Wheaterin and he himself locking down a defender. The concern, Sam Walsh looks a shell of his former self and now has more players than ever getting the ball out to him in a league that is craving for someone to be a massive runner, and that is what he's known for. And his system isn't helping. His ability isn't helping the system, and the system isn't helping Sam. The snapshot of where it's crumbling down. Over-reliance on contested footy, over-reliance on stoppage wins, and defensively it does hold up until it's under siege because there isn't any application forward of the ball and allowing them to get a nice safety margin. What's going wrong? No angles inside 50, incredible poor disposal, under pressure or with pressure, Smalls completely disconnected, no mid-forward connection, and no half-back to the mid. And a team that has spent a lot of money on outside run, it lacks width, and it never looks to open up the corridor. This is a team that wins ball and wants to lock it in. It almost wants to get it forward at all costs with no method, but there is no consistency in which they lock the ball in. So where to from here? Carlton must stop being afraid. They are in a situation now where this season is on life support. They've got to take the game on, they've got to be bold, and they've got to change up that mid-forward mix and that backline mix to maybe try and take some contested ball away from this side and get some movement, get some overlap run, and try and play into your strengths. The next 5 games are Essendon, Eagles, North, Port, Pies. That has to be 4 out of 5 as a bare minimum. If it's not and they lose more than one of them games, if it isn't already, it will be season over. At the minute, the Blues have to be almost perfect to make the 8. There is no hiding. This run will define what this side is made of. They have got a gift in their first 4 games. They should be blowing these sides away. If they're not, it is a long, long, hard look back, especially with limited picks and TDK being a compensation should he leave. Carlton are a team that has a top 8 list with a bottom 2 connection, a bottom 2 game plan. The midfield fights and wins hard ball, but doesn't use it well. The forward line is outdated. It's kicking long to marks, and the back line isn't attacking the ball. It is merely trying to hold on. Their inability to take advantage when they are in the forward half and apply scoreboard pressure is moving this team to the middle of the pack and very soon the bottom of the ladder. This is an identity crisis and a coaching crisis and a player crisis. Someone at Icon Park needs to demand to play bold footy, because if they continue to be stale, they will be stale and they will ultimately be in a big, big, big mess. Blues fans, system, selection, what are you more unhappy with? Which players would you like to see come into this side? Let me know what is pressing you the most, the Blues fans.
Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.